Social confidence is actually easier than you think, and understanding this can transform anyone from being shy and low confident, always struggling with what to say to strangers, especially girls, into someone who can comfortably keep conversations with anyone. Many people watching this video probably believe that making friends and being comfortable in social settings is all down to your personality type, and that there's nothing you can do about it. This is the reason most people never actually try to learn how simple it is to actually become socially confident. So, they remain socially anxious, struggling to keep conversations with unfamiliar people, or even to keep eye contact. But there are 4 simple principles that charismatic people use to ensure they come off as charming as possible in social settings without even trying too much. Trying to impress others is one of the greatest mistakes that people make when trying to become more social. The desire to appear perfect, to not fumble your words or make mistakes, causes more harm than good. Not only because you're holding yourself to unrealistic standards which will make you even more nervous, but you're making it a task, and that is the problem. It makes you uptight, you tense up, and you forget to smile. Without realizing it, you make yourself totally unapproachable and unfriendly. It's important to understand that you have nothing to prove. Think about that. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. If you remember the mindset that you have nothing to prove, that's when you understand that not everyone is going to like you, and that's perfectly fine because that's what makes you unique and gets people drawn to you. That was the first principle. Let that sink in. The next principle will make it extremely difficult for you to ever run out of things to say. Being awkward around girls can be quite common, and it's actually funny because in the end, there are humans too like everyone else. Conversations often die within a minute because of overthinking and filtering. The desire to come across as knowledgeable can prevent people from contributing to the conversation. Many viewers can probably relate to this feeling of having things to say but hyperanalyzing and filtering them, leading to awkward silences. The next time you're in a conversation with someone, watch out for when your brain starts trying to filter your thoughts and force yourself to say them anyway. Okay, now that we've talked about the perfectionist mindset and filtering, these last 2 principles are more action-oriented. They are more like toolkits that you can use in your next interaction, and if you use them right, it will put your social skills on a whole new level. And that is if you actually do them. The ping-pong method is a foolproof way to always come up with things to add to the conversation, especially when meeting new people. If you learn how to implement this effectively, it will be just the toolkit you need to always pull yourself out of an awkward silence. Here's how to use it in 3 steps. Step number 1, listen closely. Listen to what they have to say. Step number 2, reply with your own opinion or experience. Step number 3, ask a question. Make assumptions even if you do not know the subject. Ask questions and be genuinely interested in what they're saying. Remember not to filter. Don't try to impress. Just show attention and intrigue. That was the 3rd principle. Show genuine interest and intrigue by using the ping-pong method. You might argue that it doesn't qualify to be on this list, but in my opinion, it is the most important one. All the principles we've talked about in this video will never really be effective without this one because they kind of all go together. The principle is that the more awkward silences you face, the more you fumble your words and try to hold conversations and fail, the better you get. This is what most people don't grasp. Your social skills, your conversation skills, are like a muscle. Even if you have really good social skills, if you stop talking to people, stop going out, and stop training this muscle, you're going to lose it. But at least you now know how to grow it back. So the next time you're socializing, have this in the back of your mind. The more awkward silences you have under your belt, the better you get. And if you want to learn how to focus, check out this other video.